This is the common of a place called Hazelbury Manor, another common near Woods. So we're going to go and have a wander through there.
Scene of wood stealing that I used to do.
Now if you look into here, this is what happens to a wood when pigs are allowed to go through. They've mashed up the bottom, but it's regrowing. And they've been, you know, there is a cycle here of pigs going from one area to the other. And there are some culprits in there. There's the evil Himalayan balsam. It's invading our land. Sure, beautiful flowers in that. Years ago I used to come along this way basically, and well, basically I crawled through. This bit is quite close to the road, so apologies for that. This track we're going on now leads to where someone I used to know had a charcoal burner set up and a one-legged stool so they could watch it all night and not fall asleep. And here's the remains of some of the charcoal burner. There's the vents, and over here charcoal slag. I didn't want to retrace our steps, so we've come through from there and headed to this path. So it looks they're still being used. Fantastic. And here's obviously the log store for the charcoal burning. Yeah, so charcoal burning, you have to have it smouldering so that it makes charcoal rather than ash. Because if you've been there all night, it's been burning away, and you get up in the morning, you know, you have a look, take the lid off, and all you've got is a load of ash. That's a bit disappointing, but to have charcoal, you need it to just smoulder, so it goes black rather than burns. And that's really what you're after. Whoa! Do that creek? We're on a steep climb from down there. Now if you look, this is quite steep. The camera's horizontal. But it's over a big drop, just there, just through there, where that tree is. Looks like two big stems and a little stem. So basically we're heading up here. So obviously we're zigzagging between the trees. I love stuff like this. Yeah, there was a gate back there, but I want to stay in as much of a wood as I can. Oh, look at that coppice bowl. I got the wood for my first yurt from in here. Haha. I wondered why there was a clearing. Now I see. Queen Beach in the making. Here's another fenced off bit, but pigs were in here too. But behind us, where we've just been, I don't think there are any. That's more like a woodland, but here there's not so much on the ground here because the pigs have trashed it all. I'm not anti-pigs, don't get me wrong, I love pigs. But in woodlands that used to be wild, well, not wild, but you know, not quite as heavily managed that you could walk through. Yeah. Oh well. Quintessential English or southern English view there. Village on the top of a hill with a church spire. That way goes to another hill with a wood on it, and we've just found this way, which is new to me, with a wobbly style. I just got over that in a wobbly style. Looks like there's two ravens over there just taking off, but here I've never been along here, so it's great going somewhere that's new. I don't know what that mound is or was. View of the lovely Box Valley. Not quite a sweeping away view, but we are higher up without a view of the fields on our side. Old Man's Beard, Traveller's Joy, and large berried blackberries, which if you get the chance to taste are usually really nice and sweet. And they are. So we've just come from that way, and here is Quarry Hill. There's the way into it, and we're now going to head up this way so that we can come back round via the gardens. If you look over there, in there, yeah, anyone know what that is? anyone familiar with the Stranglers will be familiar with a song they did and an album called Men in Black, because one of the members of the Stranglers used to live here, and he's not the only one who's seen things. I don't want to say anymore. I thought I'd just do a little pan round, and hey, here comes the wind. Now here's a tree that I see every so often. I struggle with what it is. My guess is that this is a goat willow, isn't it? Because I never see them in this part of the year. Now this path is actually round the back of the house. Oh, there's a sweet smell. Really lovely sweet smell. And here you can sort of peep into the garden. I mean peep. Now as hydrangeas go, this is one of my favourites. I can't remember its name. Rosebay willow herb mixing in with the mallow and the tree peonies. Hello! Here we are heading out the way we came in. Not along the long top bit up to the common, but up to the top bit up to the common. Up to the top bit towards the common, I mean. Excuse the panting breath. That was a steep hill, but I love this bit of the wood. This track feels old to me. Feels like this is a track that's been worked for hundreds of years. And one time I was getting some wood from in there that I was allowed to have, not stolen wood, and I was bringing it out because I carried it by hand. It felt like I had a horse and cart with me, or horse and trap or something, that was bringing out the wood, even though it was me and I was carrying it on my shoulder. That's what it felt like. Okay, well, now just round that corner is the common. Behind me is the wood. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-da.